Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Will that chant start WrestleMania? As everyone knows, the rumors are out there. The Hardys will be coming to WrestleMania 33, making their WWE return. Contract with Ring of Honor is up as of the 1st. Obviously, New Day is the host of WrestleMania 33. Do we have a New Day Hardy standoff? Don't know. We got 13 big matches. We're going to run these down real quick here. First, the 3 matches announced for the pre-show. The 2017 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the 4th annual. A humongous waste of talent. Apollo Crews, Curtis Axel, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, American Alpha, the Usos, the Von Villains, Kalisto. Why not have the SmackDown tag titles on the line? American Alpha, the Usos, the Von Villains. Triple threat. I mean, come on, really? So, Braun Strowman's supposed to be in it, among others. I think there's 30 people announced. Braun Strowman's been meaning to win this for a long time, so we'll give it to him. Next, we have the SmackDown Women's title line in the 6-pack challenge. We have champion Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Mickie James versus Carmella versus Naomi. When Dean and Bryan announced one versus all with the women's title, I thought it was going to be something kind of like the Cruiserweight Open from WrestleMania. Oh, geez, which Mania was it? 2020, 21 possibly, where Chavo was champion and somebody would come out, 2 people started, the next person come in, when somebody got eliminated, somebody else came out. And that way we could have brought in Asuka. We could have brought in Ronda Rousey. Somebody like that, so we could, transition. 6-pack challenge like this, unless we have whomever win and then have somebody come in at the end. Maybe cost somebody or even come in at the end and challenge a champion, like a Ronda Rousey. Heard on ESPN Radio today, actually, they were talking about Ronda Rousey and her fighting days done. And, well, maybe real fighting, but what about the WWE? Because Stephanie McMahon had something she talked about in an interview about her. So, could we see Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania? Could we see Asuka at WrestleMania? Thinking yes on one of them. I'm picking Mickie James to win the SmackDown Women's title. If she wins, she will tie Trish Stratus for 7-time champion. I think they brought her back in to give her another WrestleMania moment when she beat Trish for the title. She'll win the title here. They want the title off Alexa Bliss pretty bad, I think. Next on the pre-show, we have the Cruiserweight title. We have champion Neville versus Austin Aries. This is the match I'm looking forward to. And please, comment down below. What match are you looking forward to the most? And what match do you think isn't being hyped that might be good? Pick one of the other matches that maybe the Roman Reigns Taker match will be extremely good. Maybe Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, that should be good. Maybe Lesnar and Goldberg will surprise us. I know Neville and Aries ain't going to surprise us. That's going to be good. It's going to be a 4.5 star match. It's going to be dynamite. Austin Aries is going to win the Cruiserweight title, too. First match on the card. The main show. We have the Raw Tag Titles on the line in a triple triangle ladder match. We've had these at WrestleMania before for the tag titles. Edge, Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardys. I believe the last time there was a triangle ladder match at WrestleMania, the Hardys were involved. We have Raw Tag Team Champions Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Big Cass and Enzo Amore versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Do tell, does someone get knocked out backstage? Like a Cesaro or Sheamus or Enzo Amore. Their team is out and Stephanie puts in a mystery team. Could it be the Broken Hardys? Time will tell. I'm going to say this. If the Broken Hardys are in this match, they're winning, guaranteed. If for some reason the Broken Hardys don't get in this match, I'm picking Big Cass and Enzo Amore. They're kind of too little stale to me, but it's cute. I like them. They're good talent. Big Cass can be a future champion someday, singles champion. Next, we have the Intercontinental title line. We have champion Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal last year. Getting his finally getting his shot, gets in with the Intercontinental title. I'm fine with putting the title on Baron Corbin. I think he can be a good talent in the future. I think he's he's still green. I think he reminds me a lot of a young Batista. And I think in 5 years, I think Baron Corbin can be like a Dave Batista. Baron Corbin winning the IC title. Next, we have a waste of talent. We have the phenomenal AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. You're wasting AJ Styles at WrestleMania. His second WrestleMania, losing to Chris Jericho last year. He does not need to be wrestling Shane McMahon. He needs to be in a title match. He needs to be something. Obviously, just to be able to get him on the card and Shane wanted to wrestle. I like where they're going with this. Obviously, AJ is a main event talent. But, it is what it is. He'll beat Shane in a straight up match. Like he even said on SmackDown, Shane's never wrestled a traditional match before. I do love Talking Smack. If you didn't see it, it was AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan talked about the handshake on SmackDown between AJ and Shane that didn't happen. And Daniel was like, "Oh, why don't you shake hands like we did in Ring of Honor?" Straight up said Ring of Honor. I'm like, okay, Vince is buying it. Next, we have the unsanctioned match. We have Triple H versus Seth Rollins. The build of this started August 29th when the Universal title Fatal 4-Way happened. And Tripp pedigreed Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to hand the title to Kevin Owens. This build for this match started way back then. Now we have it. Unsanctioned. I don't know why they're doing it that way. The better idea would have been have a match start the show, have Seth come out, basically interrupt the match, pedigree both people in the match, call out Tripp and say, "I'm not leaving this ring. Put a chair. I'm not leaving this ring until Triple H wrestles me right here, right now. Fight me now, Tripp." Have Tripp come out, in ring gear, have the match. Boom, done. Don't even build it up and talk about it. Just do it. But I got Seth Rollins winning. Tripp will put him over. It'll be good. Next, we have United States title on the line. We have champion Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Obviously, Chris Jericho is leaving after Mania to go do his Fozzy tour. He actually put it off because he was having so much fun with what the character he's been doing and what he's been doing. So we have that match now. Kevin Owens will win the United States title. Friend versus friend. Just the whole what they had going on. The list. You've made the list. And then the list of KO. It was just phenomenal the way that all storyline worked out. Go back 8 years ago. So WrestleMania 25. I was there. If you would have told me then, a guy named Bryan Danielson would be the GM of SmackDown, Tyler Black, Kevin Steen, El Generico, Austin Aries, Claudio Castagnoli would all be at WrestleMania, I'd have looked at you like you were crazy. If you don't know who some of those guys are, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Austin Aries, we all know who he is. These indie darlings are now at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Unfortunately, the bottom end of this card are your prototypical WWE made, these guys didn't wrestle anymore. Really, one guy wrestled on WCW, so how old some of these people are. But next we have John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice in a mixed tag match. With everything going on at SmackDown and the Total Bellas, I think this is going to be considered Total Bella's season finale. Because of the little spoof thing that Miz and Maurice kept going on and on about how Nikki and John weren't married, how John had all these house rules and John would never be married. I think Cena and Nikki Bella win this. At the end, John Cena proposes to Nikki Bella. I think that'll be, as soon as they win, they'll celebrate and John will propose to her. So I got John Cena and Nikki Bella beating Miz and Maurice. Maurice hasn't been in a WWE ring since 2011. Next, we have The Undertaker, Roman Reigns. I don't think this will be good. I think this will be just a crap fest. Taker will do his best to put Roman Reigns over, but you know what? A lot of people try to put Roman Reigns over. If The Rock can't get Roman Reigns over, no one can. I think Taker wins. I think this may be his last WrestleMania. I think Roman at the end will basically take him out and turn heel, basically doing it. I can foresee if this is not Taker's last match ever, I can see maybe a Survivor Series buried alive match between Roman Reigns and The Undertaker and kind of end The Undertaker at where it began at Survivor Series. So if Taker went in, then it'd be down at the end for Roman Reigns to turn heel. Oh, I forgot to mention in the Triple H Seth Rollins match, what if they had a fourth guy to the little stable of Tripp, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens? What if Seth turns? What if Seth is the fourth guy? Poof! Brain just exploded there. What if this has all been a rouge? What if this is all just a work? And they come out and they start the match. Joe comes out. Owens comes out. You have a new evolution. Anything's possible. Anyway, next we have the WWE title on the line. We have 12-time WWE champion, world champion Randy the Viper, Randy Keith Orton, the Viper of the Legend Killer, versus Bray Wyatt, former leader of the Wyatt family. It's been a great run since champion. Having Wyatt as champion, I love it. He's deserved it 2 years ago. He should have been champion. I think he retains. I think he's one of two champions who retain here. I think keeping the title on him and feuding him and AJ, him and Randy, maybe bringing in Nakamura the SmackDown after Mania, because typically the Raw and SmackDown after Mania are huge, especially with the brand split. I think each show would be big. Bringing Nakamura in, having feud with Bray Wyatt. Finn Balor will return for Raw, so you'll have a feud there. Next, we have the women's title, fatal 4-way elimination match for the Raw women's title. We have champion Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha versus Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax will be the first one eliminated. Then I think Charlotte will get eliminated. I think it'll come down between Becky Lynch and Sasha. Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks and Bayley. Bayley, Becky. So Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax is the first one eliminated, and Charlotte. It'll come down to Sasha and Bayley. I think sometime early in the match, Sasha will actually kind of turn heel in the match and turn on Bayley, her friend. And it'll come down to those two. I kind of like to see a little feud with those two and kind of have Charlotte and Nia Jax doing stuff in the background, maybe Charlotte and Dana Brooke again. Maybe Emma comes back with Dana Brooke and they kind of feud with Charlotte. But I got Bayley actually retaining her women's title here. And then the main event, the Universal title line, we have champion Goldberg, who's been miserable, he says, in an interview. I didn't read the newest article about why he is miserable, but I don't care. Versus Brock Lesnar, rematch of WrestleMania 20. Wasn't good then. Do you really think it's going to be good now? Goldberg's last singles loss in wrestling was WCW Fall Brawl 2000, the TKO to Scott Steiner. Yes, I just said that correctly. Goldberg has not lost a singles match since 2000. I mean, come on, WWE. This is Goldberg as your champion right now, Universal Champion, is as bad as David Arquette when he was WCW champion. That's how I feel. I think it's bullcrap. I think that the fans deserve better. I don't think, we're advertising WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, which hopefully I'm going to, with Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the freaking Universal title. Why don't we do Joe and Lesnar at SummerSlam? Or Owens and Lesnar? I'm fine with either one of those. Lesnar's supposedly back, so the steroid freak is back full time. So will that mean he gets tested for steroids? Because we know he failed 2 steroid tests for the build up for UFC 200, right? Y'all fans remember that, right? He failed 2, not just 1, 2 drug tests for performance enhancers. So he's a steroid freak. Proven fact. But yet WWE doesn't test their part-time wrestlers. So he can yap up on the steroids all he wants. I think it's going to be a horrible match. I think it should never have happened. And you know what? I may just leave before it's over because I don't want to see it. I won't. It's a WrestleMania. That's disrespectful. I'm going to Pulse Dungeon. The return of the Pro Wrestling Pulse. So I'll probably be there for review with Pulse Boys, J-Man, Claudia, and Ryan, and I'll do my own review here. So stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for a Raw review, Ring of Honor, Super Card of Honor review, NXT review, and Raw and SmackDown review, and all the other videos to Road to WrestleMania, and check those out. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great night. Have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.